Hey, what's up guys? Pigmask here. Looking to cast the game today from the Gosuleague between GD and Next. This is their first match, first of two in the Gosuleague. The Gosuleague for November. This is Gosuleague Division 1. And yeah, this is the first game between these teams in this tournament. And I previously casted from the last Gosuleague from the October. I almost forgot what month that was in. The October Gosuleague between Next and Darer. Next took both games. This is mostly the same team for Next, and we'll see. In their game against Darer, they used a Sven very effectively. They used a Bat Rider effectively, and they played quite well. So we'll see how they play now. Their first band's going to be an Undying. We've been seeing a lot of Undying bands and a lot of Jackaro bands as GD bands. And those have been pretty common bands lately. Both heroes got buffs recently. Jackaro especially is a very strong hero now. His Ice Path is it's a pretty powerful, low cooldown stun that can hit multiple heroes in a large area. Long, not wide, but long path. And it can be very effective, very effective. So no team really wants to go up against the Jackaro right now. And Undying has, he's proven to be quite a force. He's very, very defensive hero, and he's very powerful early in mid-game. He kind of peters off, but his Tombstone is incredibly strong, as is his Decay, his Soul Rip, good for healing and damaging. And his ultimate is just a great team fight ultimate, boosting damage that enemies take by a percentage from all sources. He's all around a great hero. Very powerful hero. Other bands we see here are pretty common. The Darkseer band, the Chaos Knight band, and Next's first pick is going to be the Bat Rider. Like I said, we've seen them use Bat Rider. We've seen other teams use Bat Rider too, but in games I've casted, we've seen Next use Bat Rider effectively. Templar and Wisp now picked up by GD. Templar has become one of the favorites. One of the favorite carry heroes of late. She has incredibly strong burst damage, very, very survivable with her refraction and her meld are very strong survivability skills, and she gets range as she picks up a skill. So she's a very versatile hero that does incredibly strong burst damage, great chasing ability, great running ability. We see Bounty Hunter and Disruptor picked up now by Next. Bounty Hunter is going to be in that solo lane, probably. Bounty is, he's survivable, he's a good ganker, he's a little reliant on that invisibility, but he's a good team player with track, and he can pick up some kills early on, and he scales well into the late game because of his Janata, which does a multiplier of his damage. Lone Druid now picked up by GD a second ago. So he's going to be their long lane, presumably. We've got a Disruptor also on Next, I failed to mention. Disruptor can be such an annoying hero. He's if you're not careful, he can deny your TP effectively. And his ultimate's a very large area, silence and damage. His Q is a good nuke. It's surprisingly long range too, long cast range on that nuke. And he can be a good harassing hero, good to protect a carry, good to babysit a little bit. We also have a Broodmother ban, Bambo over on GD. He plays a good Broodmother. We've seen it before. Next doesn't want to deal with that Broodmother, and GD has banned Venomancer, now a Tidehunter ban from Next. They've been GD's gonna want to grab a strong team fight hero, maybe someone like Sand King is still in the pool. The Enigma is still in the pool. They don't have a jungler if they want to go that route, but if they don't want to try lane. Leshrac banned up on GD. Leshrac has been, he used to be a very strong hero. He still is strong, but the recent nerf to Diabolic Edict has he's tapered off a little bit. We've actually seen some teams picking up Lightning Storm now instead of the Edict. Edict is a great pushing ability, and it used to be a great fleeing ability, great pushing ability. But ever since they added the the casting time to the skill. It's been a little less common, still powerful, but maybe not quite as OP as it was before. So next is looking to ban a hero now. We'll see if maybe they ban a team fight hero, someone like Enigma or Sand King. GD, they have their carries. Templar is going to get strong. Lone Druid is going to get strong. So GD could use a good some hero with that Wisp would want to be taken along. The Wisp can take along Templar. Yeah, GD I think needs a little team fight right now. They don't bring a lot to a team fight. Actually, with GD banned the Chaos Knight, even though they picked up the Wisp and Chaos Knight, a good combo. Chaos Knight can Reality Rift. We see a Queen of Pain ban, so GD is going to need to find perhaps a strong mid hero. Though Templar, yeah, I mean, they can send Templar mid pretty effectively. So that Queen of Pain ban is, she's a strong team fight hero, does a lot of AoE damage, a lot of burst damage, which Templar does good burst damage, but against single heroes. Barring certain situations, we see a Bane ban right now. Next, as they've got a couple of decent disables. Well, I guess they have one disable, and it's Batrider's ultimate, Disruptor's Storm, his Static Storm, and Kinetic Field. That they act together as a little bit of a disable almost. They stop the enemy team from running and casting spells, but that's kind of a lot to rely on. They don't have a traditional stun or anything at this point. And Disruptor is an effective teamfight hero, but he doesn't deal a lot of damage in teamfights necessarily. There's the Sand King. The Sand King is a fantastic utility hero. He's got a great stun, good survivability. He can push when he has to, and his epicenter does in just crazy amounts of damage. So that's a good pickup. And we have Sven on GD now. Sven with that target stun. He is also a strong pushing hero. If need be, you pick up a level of cleave, and with his ultimate, he can really take down towers and lanes incredibly fast. Lone Druid as well, a strong push hero. So we might be seeing a strong pushing strategy from GD. So right now, Next is looking to pick up their final hero. It could be more of a hard support, perhaps. Disruptor can play support. No, they actually go for a carry. They're and Enchantress then for GD. So we'll see Enchantress in the jungle. And Lone Druid's going to be taking the long lane. It looks like we're going to have Wisp and Sven maybe dual laning. And the Templar is going to be headed mid. We're going to have a long lane solo on the Bounty Hunter. Possibly a Luna in mid. Maybe a Disruptor in mid. Or actually a Batrider otherwise. They have a few good mid heroes. Batrider is maybe the most effective of the three I named. Then you can have a tri-lane with Disruptor, Sand King, and Luna. Sand King is a great tri-laner.
Prepare for battle.
See that baby Roshan Courier. So I guess let's introduce the players real quick. Over here on the Radiant side of things, on GD, we've got a stand-in, Admiral Bulldog, playing the Lone Druid. He's going to be heading top all by his lonesome. We've got Eternal Envy playing the Templar in mid. We're going to have Wisp being played by Bidez. And NBM playing, or Black rather, playing Sven. They're going to be dual laning together. We've got we have Next here on the Dire side, all kind of grouping on bottom, looking for a team fight maybe, but they're not going to find it. We're going to have Mantis playing that Batrider, probably going to be headed mid. We have Stall on the Luna. Stall Cat on Luna, very fitting because Luna's riding a giant cat. We've got 570 on the Sand King. We've got 9 on the Disruptor. And we've got Balaz on the Bounty Hunter. So we'll see. I forgot to introduce Bambo on the Enchantress in the jungle. So it's going to be some interesting laning here, some interesting options. So Batrider is going to be going against the Templar Assassin. Batrider can be a very effective hero against Templar. His Firefly, he can drop that on her, and that'll quickly get rid of her her refraction ability. I'm not sure how often it hits. I guess once a second. So it would take a few seconds. It would drop her refraction off. And he could be following that up with slaps, with right clicks. His tar stacks real well, just crazy amounts of damage. Down here we're going to have the Luna and the Sand King going up against Wisp and Sven. This is going to be an interesting lane, because Luna and Sand King both have stuns. And they're going to have backup as well from Disruptor. Wisp has a... actually, we have a quick go on Sven here. The kinetic field lands. Wisp tries to save Sven with a tether, but doesn't quite do enough to save him, I don't think. I think he's going to drop. There he goes. Disruptor picking up that first kill. Wisp now is going to try to back away here, but Wisp has such low HP, 0 armor, 1 more swing right there, and Disruptor actually takes it. Maybe should have given that to Luna, but, you know, a kill is a kill. So, next, standing up here, 2-0, taking out Sven and Disruptor, and Wisp. Like I was saying, it's going to be a hard lane for Wisp and Sven. They do have the point stun from Sven and then the tether stun from Wisp, but that's going to be a lot it's not going to be a lot when compared to Disruptor's kinetic field, Luna's stun, and Sand King's stun, and they're actually going to be going on to Sven again. Luna's going to drop this time though. Sven, Enchantress, and Wisp picking up 2 kills here, taking out Disruptor and taking out Sven. Enchantress stepping in with a couple of creep to help out. That was a pretty effective counter, though the first blood still went to that Disruptor. We've Sand King pulling into the jungle here, getting some farm for himself. We have a ward sitting in here from the Dire team. Going to be trying to block that camp. In the middle now, we've got Batrider defending a bit against the Enchantress. Enchantress got a little aggressive, but her refraction allows her to. Batrider can put those stacks, as you saw a second ago. He had 4 tar stacks on the Templar Assassin, but with that refraction, it's not going to really be enough to do much damage. Up top here, we have Bounty Hunter getting beat up a little bit by Lone Druid, but he's just going to turn invisible. And Disruptor killed Enchantress actually down here. Sand King might drop as well if Wisp can get 1 more attack off, and he does. Wisp is going to try to back away, but he was in a bad spot. Got blocked there by a creep. He gets killed by Luna. Disruptor dropping down a kinetic field to try to stop any sort of chase from Sven. Batrider ended up killing Templar Assassin as well. Batrider almost dropping in return though. He's down to 20 HP. He picked up a level of Flame Break. He dropped that Firefly. He did quite a bit of damage there. And like I was saying, the Firefly wasn't something that Refraction can defend indefinitely. Batrider very effective against Templar. Strong mid hero on his own. Maybe stronger even still against the Templar Assassin. Luna dropping a Moonbeam, a Lucent Beam rather, against Sven, trying to scare him away a little bit. Wisp landing a few good spirits. Up top here, we've got Bounty Hunter picking up whatever kills he can. He's trying to, he's actually pulling from this camp here, trying to pull the lane, but not quite able to do it. And we've Sven getting nuked again. Those triple stuns, the double stun, I guess, plus a kinetic field. It's really been a rough time for Sven and Wisp. Bambo coming in, trying to do something here. Sand King might drop. No, instead, he turns invisible, and Enchantress is the one that goes down. Luna finishing off Enchantress after a nice stun from Sand King. Followed by a Sandstorm, and then a kinetic field from Disruptor. Ended up being too much for Sven and for Enchantress. Sven's just going to get right back into it, though. Templar bottling an illusion rune. Templar sitting at level 5. Batrider is up to level 5 as well. He's gotten a good gank going, though, against Templar. Down and bottom here, more aggression from Next, killing Wisp just after Wisp ended up finishing Luna. Sven is going to try to chase down Disruptor, and he manages to get a kill after a nice stun on Sand King, spills over onto the Disruptor. Now, Enchantress tries to slow Sand King down, but wasn't able to do anything with it. Sand King narrowly escaping. This has been a very aggressive bottom lane. I gotta keep my eye on this bottom lane because these guys are not fooling around. Not one bit. We've Batrider putting more stacks of Tar onto Templar, giving him bonus right-click damage every single stack. And Bounty Hunter has been pushed back all the way to his tower from the Lone Druid, who's out-leveling Bounty Hunter by almost 2 levels. Bounty Hunter barely into 5. Lone Druid was just about level 7. Sven is going to run in here. He might be diving that tower, trying to take out Luna. Luna's going to get a stun on her, and she does, but she drops her ultimate just before she gets stunned. That might be enough. That actually is going to be enough, I think, to kill Sven. Sven goes down with a nice kinetic field from Disruptor. Luna's down now, and so is Sven. Wisp is going to be followed up. No, Wisp actually tethers, but gets pulled back by Disruptor. Oh, beautiful, beautiful play by Disruptor, pulling back Wisp. Sand King taking that kill. Templar Assassin has the double damage rune. Batrider is going to be coming from mid, though, to chase after the Enchantress. He just got his Tranquil Boots and his Tether. He's going to tether Enchantress up onto that cliff. Oh, that's dirty play. That is a dirty move there by Batrider, pulling Enchantress up and putting the Firefly on top of her, along with some stacks. That is a dead Enchantress. Excellent use of the geometry from Mantis. Batrider pulling Enchantress onto that cliff. Bambo can't be happy with that. But that's just good positioning. That is excellent, excellent positioning by Batrider. Next playing very well so far in this game. Up 11 kills to 6 of GD. If we look at last hits, though, GD is up on terms of last hits. If we look at gold per minute, it's a little bit more on the board. Sand King jumping into a stun here with a Disruptor kinetic field following. Sven is going to narrowly escape, I think. No, a nice Lucent Beam from Luna. And Wisp follows with another death. Only has 600 HP and 1 armor. Luna getting a double kill. Pretty much once Wisp's tether target dies, once his butt buddy dies, Wisp can't do a lot. And the plethora of stuns and traps and silences on this bottom lane has been super difficult. Super difficult for Wisp and Sven and Enchantress, actually, to survive. If we look up top here, we might be having a gank going onto the Lone Druid. Batrider flying on, and his tether's not up for another 7 seconds, but I don't think he's going to need that tether, because he drops a nice tar onto the Lone Druid. Lone Druid is getting beat up here by the Batrider, by the Bounty Hunter, and Batrider picking up the Lone Druid kill. Sven getting targeted again, and oh geez, Sven dropping once more. He managed to kill Sand King, but Luna finished Sven off, and Batrider finished Enchantress off up top. That's a double kill from Batrider. Batrider, he got a buff in 6.75 and a slight nerf in the following patch, but not, I mean, Batrider is a very strong hero. Batrider is someone that you do not mess with. His tar adds so much damage. His sticky napalm, I always call it tar because that's what it looks like. His sticky napalm adds just a ridiculous amount of damage. The Flame Break really helps disrupt enemy positioning and deals a pretty respectable amount of damage in and of itself. If you get a few tar stacks, you get 4 tar stacks and throw that down, it's going to deal 250 damage at level 2 and knock back. So you land it in the right spot, you can push enemies closer to your allies. And you don't even have to mention the lasso and the Firefly. So Lone Druid has had a good lane against the Bounty Hunter, but Batrider kind of reminded him not to get so greedy. Sven is up to level 8. Wisp is 6 now, so Wisp is actually going to be teleporting. He's going to be going into the middle here. And Sven throwing a stun at the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter getting smacked around by Sven, getting a nice tether stun onto the Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter getting killed by Wisp, actually, with those spirits, and then Wisp is going to be teleporting back to bottom with Sven, trying to defend this tower now against Sand King, Luna, and Disruptor, but they're not going to be able to. The kinetic field drops. Sven throwing a stun in, trying to do something, but he's not able to. Sven is killed by Luna. That's going to be 7 kills right now for Luna, 4 for Batrider, 3 for Disruptor. Disruptor has 10 assists. He has been involved in more than half of the kills. 10 of the 17 kills. 4 for Next Disruptor has been involved in. And that's no surprise, because so much action has been on this bottom lane. So they're trading towers here. And Next picked up the bottom tower, while the Lone Druid for GD picked up the top tower. Lone Druid has that Hand of Midas, so he's going to be trying to meet that quota, get that gold, and turn this game around for GD, but, you know, it's going to be an uphill battle. Not to take anything away from GD, but that's they're going to have a hard time here against Next. So if we look at net worth right now, Luna is the most valuable hero at the moment at 4,200, 4,300 gold. And up after that is the Lone Druid, who is far ahead of the third place Batrider. And a smoke from Next. Next is going to be trying to do something. They're going to be going and trying to maybe grab that Templar Assassin, or maybe they're going to head around to top and go for the Lone Druid. They better decide quick, because that smoke is starting to run out. It's ticking, ticking, ticking. They are going to be going toward the top here. They don't have a ward here, so they're not confident that anyone is for sure here, though now they drop that ward, and they do see Enchantress and Templar Assassin. And they opt not to. They decide, we're going to back off. We are not going to go on that. If there was just one hero there, they may have, but they don't want to mess around too much, because Lone Druid can just rotate down, rather, real quick. Though it looks like Disruptor and Sand King are thinking about something. No, Sand King is going to teleport back to the bottom lane, where Luna is ready, I think, to fight some more. She's ready to pick up some more kills. She's at 7. She wants 8 and 9 with the Sven and Wisp. So let's see if they're going to go in on that and try to do something. In mid, Batrider is dropping down some more tower stacks onto the Templar. Oh boy, and Templar getting grabbed by the lasso, dragged through the Firefly. She is going to get beat up now from the Bounty Hunter and from the Batrider, but a teleport in from Wisp and Sven. Batrider does kill Templar Assassin. Sven, though, turns it around and kills Disruptor. So we'll see now, is Wisp going to get out of here fast enough to save Sven? I think he's going to. He's going to back out. That actually, though, that back out might be damaging because of Batrider and Bounty Hunter. Luna was waiting for it. I was going to say it's going to be dangerous for the mid lane, because they still, the Radiant Next still have a couple of heroes in here. And I was about to follow up and say it's going to be dangerous because they're going to teleport right into the waiting arms of Sand King and Luna, and they did get caught by a double stun and some massive damage. Actually, it was Luna's ultimate that dropped them. So it wasn't a double stun. It was about 4 stuns, and Wisp and Sven cannot stand up to that. So if we take a look at levels here, Luna, Batrider, Disruptor, Bounty Hunter all have one thing in common. They are on Next, and they are in the lead right now, followed up by Sven, Templar, and Lone Druid, all at level 9. Level 8 for Sand King and Wisp, and then level 6 for Enchantress, who's been having a rough game. So we have a fight up here in the jungle for the Dire side. Wisp flying into the battle here with Templar Assassin. Batrider ends up killing Enchantress, and it looks like Templar Assassin is going to be going down as well. The Druid's Bear, also very hurt, ends up dying. And we have a buyback from Templar Assassin. Wisp and Sven trying to deal some damage here. Stunning Batrider is Sven, but Wisp is almost dead. Wisp is real hurt. But Sand King, I think, is more hurt. He's going to be backing away, trying to get out of this without dying. Batrider as well, almost dead. Sven is waiting for that stun to come off cooldown. 2 seconds, 1 second. Here comes the stun. There it is. Batrider gets hit, and Lone Druid picks up the kill. So that was a much-needed turnaround for GD. GD sitting down 10 kills, and Wisp is coming back in. Luna trying to do something here, but against a melded Templar Assassin and a Wisp, not much can be done. Wisp ends up taking the kill, Luna dropping, while Sven, Lone Druid, and Enchantress, 3 powerful pushing heroes, push into the Radiant mid lane. They took down Tier 1 tower. They were going for Tier 2 tower. Sven dropping his ultimate, trying to smash down that Tier 2 tower. It is going down fast, 700 HP. And they fortify it, but I don't think that's going to be enough to save it. Maybe it will. It's going to drop to about 500 HP, maybe 400. But the Radiant team Next manages to defend it. There's some nice play by Next. So let's take a look here real quick at items and experience. So Radiant, they were ahead by probably close to 10,000 experience, and they're about to be ahead by a little bit more because this Templar Assassin is going to get ganked here from a double ultimate from the Disruptor, Kinetic Field, and a Static Storm, and then the Sand King dropping his Epicenter and a nice Burrow Strike, killing Templar Assassin, trying to TP out, but she wasn't able to. Anyway, going back to these graphs here, we've got the Radiant team right around probably 3,000 experience advantage. In terms of gold, they're pretty much spot on to 2,000. And if we want to look at items now for a moment, we have a Mantis Style getting ready to be picked up by Luna. But I don't know if she's going to get that quite yet because Wisp teleports Sven into the battle. And Disruptor sends Sven back. Oh, geez. Nice play by Disruptor. Beautiful play. Sending Sven back and picking off Wisp. Luna gets the kill. And now Luna and Disruptor and Sand King are going to try to take this Tier 2 bottom tower of the Dire team. And they are going to. So that is going to get Luna pretty close to her Mantis Style. She's getting closer and closer to that ultimate orb. We've got a Bounty Hunter and a Bat Rider getting attacked here. They were trying to kill Sven, but they didn't realize that Enchantress and Lone Druid were right nearby. Bounty Hunter's going to run away, and they escape. Bounty Hunter and Bat Rider barely escaped from that. They tried to get a good gank onto Sven, but got turned around on them, and they're lucky they escaped without any actual deaths. Ran away with their tail between their legs. So we got a mechanism being picked up now by Disruptor. Disruptor's going to have that in just a moment. We have an invisible Bat Rider, though, running after the Lone Druid. Lone Druid, he almost has that Radiance. He's got the Sacred Relic on his bear. And Bat Rider's going to lasso, I think. He's waiting for his buddy here to come on in. There's Bat Rider going for the lasso. Firefly, lasso. Now it's time for Bounty Hunter to do all the damage he can. Those tar stacks being thrown onto Lone Druid, and Bounty Hunter picking up the kill with his Shuriken. While GD realizes they're a bit behind, they're going to try a Roshan kill. And they're going to get it. The massive damage that Sven does, he's dealing 200 damage right now. That's pretty strong. Templar Assassin as well dealing a lot. But, oh no, Nex realizes what they're doing. Sven picks up the kill and grabs the Aegis before Sand King can. But Lone Druid is dead, and Sven used the Aegis already. Sand King with a beautiful stun, hitting Enchantress and killing her, chasing down Templar Assassin, dropping her as well with a nice Epicenter. The Kinetic Field from Disruptor does not quite grab Wisp or Sven. Wisp gets teleported back, though, and a nice stun from Sand King. Wisp is going to drop. And Sven is going to be the lone standing hero for the Dire team, for GD, and he's going to run away. He has no choice. Nice catch there by Next. They did not get the Roshan kill. They did not get the Aegis, but they did pick up 4 kills for 1. That's probably worth it. So Black is going to come back in toward the mid. The experience advantage and gold advantage being pushed closer, or rather farther and farther away from the Dire side and into the Radiant team. Items here, we have Bat Rider. He picked up his Blink Dagger. Looks like we've got a BKB maybe being built for the Bounty Hunter. Uh-oh, Sand King getting caught out of position. But he managed to not get killed from Sven. Templar's got a haste rune. Let's see if maybe the Dire want to use this opportunity to fight. Uh-oh, Sven might be getting caught out of position though. He's in no man's land right now. Sven throws a stun down onto Bat Rider. Bat Rider is just gonna Firefly away. Wisp and Templar Assassin coming on in. Wisp getting ready for a teleport to the other side, trying to catch Bat Rider. Bat Rider though seeing it coming and juking out of the way. Sven getting sent back by Disruptor. So now Templar Assassin is up there by herself. Bounty Hunter picks up a kill on Wisp. Sand King got his Blink Dagger. And the Radiant team is going to try to chase down what's left of the Dire team. They've lost Wisp. Sven landing a stun on that Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter is going to be chasing after him. We have a pause now. So while we have this pause, let's take a quick look at items. As I've been trying to do for a little while now, we've got a bunch of wards up on GD. We've got a Drum of Endurance on Sven, some treads on him. He's actually, Sven and Templar are the only ones with boots at the moment. We have Wisp holding on to that Urn of Shadows, and that's really it on the dire side of things. We've got a Drum of Endurance on Bounty Hunter. And we've talked about the other items as well. Bounty Hunter working on his BKB. He's just about got it. Sven getting caught in a kinetic field and a stun. An ultimate from Luna ends up killing Sven. Lone Druid finishes off Batrider. And Sand King chasing down Templar Assassin, trying to do something. And, oh, a nice stun there from the Luna. But Lone Druid kind of following behind, picking up what kills he can. He picks up another one against Disruptor. And that is going to be enough, I think, to keep Templar Assassin alive. And now it's going to make the Radiant team flee. Disruptor bought back in. He realizes this could turn sour for his team. Wisp has his ultimate up in 19 seconds. Maybe he'll try to do something with it then. Luna, she has enough to buy that ultimate orb, so I think she's going to be. Once she farms enough up for the Manta style recipe, she's going to have that Manta, and she's going to be a bit of a force to deal with. Disruptor as well, hanging out in the jungle right now. Templar has her Blink Dagger, finally. 20 minutes into the game, she picks up that Blink. So, you know, Templar and Druid are strong carries. Sven has proven to be a hero capable of carrying a game. And oh no, Bounty Hunter catching Templar down without her refraction up, ends up killing her, and now Sand King is going to try to take advantage of that, chasing after Wisp. Wisp getting stunned also by Luna. Luna, though, getting stunned now by Sven. And Sven is going to get dragged onto the high ground by the Batrider. Batrider's been loving that all game, pulling heroes out of position. Wisp is going to die after getting chased down by Bounty Hunter, and now Enchantress is going to try to escape, but she has 2 star stacks on her, and she has a whole march of heroes on the Radiant side behind her. That's going to be 4 for naught. Next takes 4 kills for none. And they're going to be pushing into this middle tower. They lose the bottom tower. The Radiant team does. Lone Druid picking up that tower kill, but you know what? That's not going to be worth it if the Radiant can push into the Dire's mid lane and take that tier 2 tower, which I think they might be right now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that tower is going to drop really, really fast. Let's see who picks up that kill. Maybe that's really the only variable here is who's going to take the tower kill. Quite possibly Luna. She has her Manta style and an excess of 1,200 gold. Batrider ends up taking the kill. Batrider, uh-oh, he got hit by a trap from Templar Assassin and picked up by a Lone Druid. Oh, but teleport in, a Blink Dagger in from Sand King and an Epicenter ends up taking out Lone Druid and dealing a ridiculous amount of damage to everyone in its wake. Wisp getting killed from Luna, Sven getting stunned from the Sand King and killed from Luna. Luna with a triple kill. Oh no, this is going to be bad because the Radiant team are not done with that tier 2 tower in mid. They want the tier 3 tower and they're coming in for it. Batrider is the only one down on the Radiant team. The Dire team is missing Sven. They're missing Lone Druid. They're missing Wisp. And frankly, Enchantress and Templar Assassin are not enough to defend this alone. Mid barracks down. Let's see now what the GD has to say in response to this, because Luna's going to teleport bottom and push that back because they want more blood. They are not finished yet. And Roshan is still not up yet. I was going to say maybe they'll go and get a Roshan kill, but he's not back. He's still sleeping. Wisp was grabbing onto Templar. I think he was intending to teleport somewhere, but the tether got broke. Maybe he's going to take Sven instead. Let's take a look at a couple of items here. Templar is really the only farmed up hero. I guess Lone Druid has a decent amount of farm. His bear does have a Radiance. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Luna got caught out of position now. But, or rather, Sven thought Luna got caught out of position, but it was really Sven that was out of position with a nice blink in from the Batrider and grabbing Sven with that lasso. And now Templar Assassin almost getting caught out of position from a double damaged Sand King. Sand King is well a hero that is very, very effective against the Templar Assassin. His Sandstorm dealing damage passively, you know, being able to drop her her refraction down quick. And if she can get caught in, if they fight around a creep wave, Caustic Finale actually can end up exploding a few of those creep and dealing damage instances. The downside of her refraction is any damage instance will lower the refraction count. So it can be 1 damage, it can be 1,000 damage, it doesn't matter. So you deal some of that Caustic Finale damage, and suddenly she doesn't have refraction up anymore. And GD trying to turn something around here with a push onto that tier 2 tower, but Enchantress not fast enough to get away in time. Templar Assassin abandoning her her woodland friend out of necessity, though, because better for Enchantress to die than Enchantress and Templar Assassin to die. So Wisp and Sven are being best friends here, best friends forever, giving Sven that nice attack boost, attack speed boost, letting him cleave away. He actually maxes cleave before he maxes Warcry, because he wants to push. Sven wants to push that tower. Oh, Disruptor pulling back Sven, and Wisp is going to be up here all by himself. Templar Assassin trying to catch up. Not quite able to, thanks to a nicely placed kinetic field. The Dire top tower is going to be dropping as well, while there's a bit of a distraction in the middle. And the Dire want to turn that into a Radiant middle tower, dropping a tier 2 tower. It's only got 250 HP. They hit the ward on that tower, that sigil. And the Radiant come in to defend it just barely. It's got 161 HP, and that really is the worst to be sitting at, because it's at low enough HP to where the enemy team can waltz in and destroy it, but it's not low enough to where you can deny it. So it's free pickings for the Dire whenever they get a chance to get back to there. But that's not going to be for a little bit, because Lone Druid's going to have to teleport top to defend this top tower now from the creep wave. They have a tower deficit, and they have Mega Creep attacking their base. Dire has Mega Creep attacking their base in the middle. So they really need something to turn this around. They really need Mega Creep of their own in any lane. It'd be great in the middle lane. That would even things out. Or you can put it in the top or the bottom lane to sort of, you know, to put the pressure on the enemy team in a different area. So they can't just be focusing to push into the middle or push into the other lanes. Because right now, the Radiant don't have to worry that much about the middle lane. The Mega Creep will take care of it. As long as the Dire are not actively pushing that lane, the Radiant don't have to worry about it. But if the Dire were to pick up Mega Creep in another lane, that is going to kind of put a lot of focus onto that one remaining lane where neither team is Mega Creep. It's going to really focus the battle into that lane. But as I say that, next, the Radiant team are pushing onto the bottom lane. They're trying to take that bottom lane and get Mega Creep, but they're not going to be able to just yet. Or maybe they will. Maybe they will. I thought there was going to be a bit more of a defense there from GD, but the Enchantress getting killed from a series of stuns and a nice kinetic field. Wisp got killed as well from Batrider. Wisp buying back into the game. Lone Druid is going to try to do something here with his bear, but his bear is getting beat up, and he's not going to be able to resummon him if he dies. Wisp bought in and then got caught from a nice epicenter from Sand King. Now Sven trying to do something, using his ultimate to steroid up and kill Batrider, and he manages to, but Lone Druid dies in exchange for the Batrider. That's probably worth it, I would say. Sand King trying to chase down the Sven. Nice dodge on Sven's stun there from Sand King with a nice Sandstorm. And the Dire bottom barracks have fallen. Lone Druid was pushing down onto this lane. He managed to get a tower. He's trying to push further in, but he had to teleport back to try to save his base. And he ended up dying for his efforts and not getting much else for it. So now we have 2 lanes worth of Mega Creep for the Radiant pushing against the Dire. So the Dire's only option at this point is to try to win a team fight. Try to win a strong team fight and try to get Mega Creep of their own. They could, if they could get Mega Creep, let's say in the middle, okay, just spitballing here. If they can get Mega Creep in mid, this tower is almost dead. Then they just have to push further into the base and pick up this tower and pick up these racks. I know I'm saying just do this, just do that. It's a lot of work, but they could try to do it. If they can manage to do that after an effective team fight, this tower, the Radiant top tower is down. All they have to do is rotate here, and they can get this in one swipe. Right now, the Dire are going to try to take on Roshan, but the Radiant are fully aware. Batrider pulling Templar Assassin out of the game. Sven trying to run away, but getting killed, I think. No, not quite. Luna killing Enchantress. Bounty Hunter killing Wisp. Sven is going to get away, but they did not kill Roshan. And Bambo GGing out. That is going to be it for GD. Next, taking game number 1 in this Gosu League for the month of November of the year 2012. That is not the right year. It's not the year 20. It's not the year 20,000. We're a few thousand years away from that. It's the year 2012. Gosu League November. GD losing the first game to Next. Very effective Disruptor play. Very effective Batrider play. Sand King play. Luna play. Bounty Hunter play. Every single hero got played very effectively, and we saw a pretty strong Templar Assassin over on GD, but it wasn't quite enough. So we're going to be jumping into game number 2 a little bit later on. Check out my channel where you're probably watching this, Real Pigmasks. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check in for game number 2, pretty shortly. And yeah, I'm just going to kind of let this finish out. Let this kind of cap off.
Dire's Ancient is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Monster kill.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
Double kill.
Hidden secrets
Triple
can
kill.
kill